am Amini, also known as Ryan, and I am joined once again by Goonie, also known as Colin.
Hello there.
Johnny Fabro, also known as Sean.
Hey, everybody.
Lunicorn, also known as Lynn.
Hello.
And just because he took over the intro last time, I make him go last.
I know.
Brad,
I feel bad. I felt bad. I felt bad about that for like a week at least. I felt bad about it. I want to apologize to everybody. Or I don't, and I want to become everyone's favorite. I'm okay with that, too. So.
I think, I think we need to build up some hype around.
That's what I'm talking
so
about.
Steal away. In fact, we hope you'll steal the adventure tonight, but I'm not going to bother recap for our listeners. They've obviously, they know what's going on, or they just listened to it. But we're in the bowels, the haunted bowels of the Brighton Street Theater. And, you were on what you could say the first level, but Nova has just dropped straight to the fourth level. She went from a 1 to a 4 as she fell through the orchestra pit and crashed through, where you were fighting the animated orchestra skeletons. And because you've been attacked by one of the Wizards of Filth, Mika, the virgin and killer of over 400 men and women, so don't even bother asking her on a date because you're most likely to end up dead or worse, who has killed at least one of Nova's former lovers. But now Nova plunges into the darkness while you guys are there, still standing on the stage, looking into what was the orchestra pit. The first few rows of... Yeah, it's just like that. It's more like, it's a little bit metal, right? Because you get the hair.
Right.
But you fall into the pit. And meanwhile, you three are still on the stage, and you can look up at the smug face of Mika on the balcony, right? She's across from you. First few rows of seats have fallen into the pit as well. And that's where we find ourselves. And in fact, you know what? She's such a badass, and, she's a Wizard of Filth, and they're generally better than you. She also decides to go ahead and attack you with her ranged weapon, which is a discus, and she picks it up and flashes and glows like a Tron discus, and she flings it down upon the stage. And which one of you should it hit? We need to build up some hype around Captain Sinsayshun, so I think it should hit him. And so she's going to pull her cards out, though, to see if she gets... And she does. She gets one success, which deals 1 point of damage to you. And it hurts. Oh, it bounces right off. And it flies back into her hand. It's like a boomerang discus. And then now it's your all's turn. And why don't we just go right with you, Captain Sinsayshun? What would you do when a bitch throws a discus at you?
I totally... blanked out just now. What's going on? Somebody's throwing something
you
up.
You got hit with a discus, and you got blanked out. You got hit right in the head, and it blanked you out for a second. She hit you with the discus. The bitch hit you with the discus. So, in fact, you're so stunned that you don't do anything for a moment. You guys look over at your new lead singer, and you see he's stunned. And what do you do, Handy Dan Dee or Spanky?
Well, this can't be allowed. Now, how far up is Nika?
Well, it's not a huge theater, but you can picture an old-fashioned theater with a balcony, and she's not up in the boxes, where the fancy people sit closer to the stage. She's in the back, and so definitely a ranged weapon situation.
Yeah, well, I'll have to try to hit her with a rotten cabbage, I guess.
Yeah, give her a little kraut, give her a little sauerkraut. It should be like a sauerkraut, but by the time it gets there, it explodes into sauerkraut,
Sweet.
But, yeah. So all you gotta do is draw your thought cards. Whatever your thought is, draw that many cards. And
it's weak.
No.
It's weak.
Oh, okay. So wait a second here.
And if you get a black card, that's it. That's good.
No. Unfortunately, I got a red face card.
Oh, well. You get a red face card, and you miss, and you do no damage. Luckily, you didn't draw a red joker, in which case you would have done damage to yourself. But the cabbage explodes harmlessly. Off the. You misjudge the aim. It just right off the railing in front of her. And again, the smirk gets even deeper. She doesn't even bother to laugh, though. She doesn't even have that respect to even give you an evil laugh.
Fortunately, Legolas has an Omni gadget.
That's right.
Which I think, in this particular instance, would either use as a giant pogo stick to pogo over to where this witch of filth, I suppose, or female wizard of filth is, or if like a pogo stick might not be sufficient sort of thrust, I don't know, like a jetpack of some kind.
I think either one of those is great. Although I just love the pogo stick. Right? I don't know why.
That is funnier.
Yeah. Then you whip out the Omni gadget and flick it into place, and boing. And do you want to try to hit her with the landing melee, incoming melee attack?
Yes, and in fact, he bounces up on the pogo stick and has this lacquered femur sort of wielded above his head, and as he's floating up towards the balcony, the femur begins protesting. He's like, "Oh, Legolas, you're not going to hit that horrible woman with..." And then whack! He just smacks her right in or attempts to smack her right in the fucking head.
Well, do it, man. Let's draw those flesh cards.
That's going to be 2 because that is regular, which is red 7 and a black 6, and I guess the black 6.
Black succeeds, and Mika, the Virgin Killer, is hit with the bow despite its protests. You smack her with it. Now, Captain Sinsayshun,
yes, sir.
You shake your head. You've been dazed. You don't know what just happened. Now you can see that your friends are involved in the fight here. And what do you do?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of wondering if I've been leaning on the kink base too much. So I'm wondering if I should pull the old poetry book out and maybe and see what happens if I read like a short poem. Will that have any magical effect?
Well,
Filth Master. Filth Master, tell me.
Filth Master tells you. I should say this in a rhyme, but I can't think of it. Right, the rule for it. But no, you can get out and you could try to stun and impress her with your poetry, or actually cause her physical harm, like a really bad one.
Well, yeah, it's pretty bad.
You're trying to hurt her.
What?
Yeah, do you want to hurt her, or do you just want to render her helpless?
Well, let me just say here. I'll say it, and then and then we'll see what the effect is.
All right, so with the big fat book of poetry,
and I open it up. Dust comes, it goes everywhere, and I say, "With beastly thighs, she climbs on me. I count her breasts, 1, 2, and 3. She says she wants to climb my tree or buy a house together. The cock it crows where escrow goes, and the fanciest ring slips in my nose. You tell me, someday I'll be the fire, and you'll be the hose." And then I close the book.
Well, you know what? I gotta give you an extra card, for that performance. So you could draw your zing, whatever your zing is. You draw that many cards out.
I don't know. You're gonna have to help me with that, because I have the cards, but I don't have the zing.
You were zing heavy, so draw a total of 4 cards out.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm giving you a bonus card.
Okay, what do you need to know?
Well, do you have any black cards?
Yes, 2.
All right. Is it a number? Is it a face card? You got a black face card?
He's got an ace.
He's got an ace. He's got the ace of spades, which should be worth a bonus of some kind. In the rules, it's not, but ace, I actually cut apart from the rules. It suggested any card that is also the name of a song, such as the Queen of Hearts or Ace of Spades or whatever you could think of, should be worth some kind of a bonus. But I've got to say she's enraptured at least. She's going to lose her next turn completely as she's pondering the poem. And she's wrapped up in the magic of it. And now I think we will cut away just for a second as splash! Nova lands in water. Boosh! There's only a little bit of dim light coming in from above. And there's chunks of, floor and a few chairs floating around in the water next to you, and a lot of like skulls are slowly filling with water and sinking up that have fallen in. And there's a tiny red light far in the distance, but you're only you think you're like three stories down, and you're lucky you aren't hurt real bad as you smash into the water. Luckily you've landed in water, but as your body rights itself, you realize you're about chest deep in it, and it just has overwhelming smell of turnips for some reason, of all random things. But then you realize also, as your eyes adjust in the very dim light, there are giant pink bubbles floating in the water. Almost like pink bubbles, I won't say giant, about like softball sized, floating around in the water near you. They're pink, they're not glowing, but they're just like almost like bubble gum bubbles floating in the water. And they should remind you of something that might have happened in a previous episode. But I'm just going to leave you there for now and let you adjust, but that's just what's happening during this in real time. Now, back up top, Mika's still completely enraptured with the poem, pondering its meanings, remembering the different words, chewing it in her mind, and is unable to do anything on this turn, which opens it up wide for you guys. And, of course, Legolas, you're right there, so what do you want to do? Now that she's swaying and helpless before your eyeballs rolled up into the top of her head,
Yeah, well, I'm just going to whack her with the fucking lacquered... but no blacks.
Whack her with the lacquered...
Only... Whack her with the lacquer, but unfortunately I got 2 red cards, so I do nothing, apparently.
Well, you put too much force into the swing. Want to really get a good one and miss. Just whiff. Her hair whips up with the passing wind of the bow. But
well, in that case, Lawrence definitely makes some sort of snide comment about how awful I am.
Yeah, he's glad that he did not hit. And how about Handy Dan Dee? You're still down on the stage with your cabbage catapult.
Yeah, so my ranged is weak, and I have a better chance if I can get in close. Is there a way to try to climb up there while she's dazed?
Well, you could climb up onto, those fancy seats, they're closer to the stage, little boxes like the mean guys and the Muppets sit in. You could climb up to that and then get over, because otherwise the pit, would be in the way if you know where to grab onto the balcony. But I could totally do a reverse John Wilkes Booth, right? That's what I mean, and get up that way to the upper level. Absolutely. And is that risky? Yeah, you could fall on your ass. Let's do that climb. Let's go ahead and pull the... I think this is totally a flesh thing.
Okay.
And so you can make that climb. All we need is a black card. That's all we need.
I got a 3 of spades.
Hey, it's black. If
It's black.
then it's all you need. And, yeah, you got it. You climb up there. And I'd say you could even have time to run over and whack her if you'd like, or whatever you want to do.
It's time for a spanking. And yeah, and the spanky's gonna grip the big paddle that I have with his mouth, my hand,
Sure.
and he's gonna try to paddle that bottom of hers.
Okay. Yeah. And
Make it count. Make it count.
She says, and
And that's also flesh.
yeah,
Okay.
just this is a melee attack basically, And so whack, whack, whack.
Yes.
And she's helpless for the moment, she's been.
Got a Black Queen.
That's 2 damage to her. Boom, boom. Oh my goodness! And now that means she's taken down to. She lost all her life at the moment. Now she's not necessarily dead, but what happens to her is up to the person who did it. So you guys have taken her out with whacking her with the bow and then basically spanking her to death.
Kill that murdering bitch!
She shouts up from below.
Okay, but I think we should torture her first.
Ooh, I have a haiku.
I support that!
Well, how do you guys take her out? I mean, you could do the classic, tie him up and leave him somewhere. You could just coup de grace him, I guess. And, so you finally got one of the Wizards of Filth. I understand your urge to torture, but, you also have to find that those silver plates, with the songs inscribed on them. Because let us not forget that you're even here in the first place because the Wizards of Filth are looking for the Song of Sorrows, because if you play this ancient song, it's supposed to bring on the age of emo, but they think they could do an arrangement that will bring on the Filthocalypse instead. That's what you're trying to stop. You're trying to find these things.
Yes, I don't think we have time for torture, unfortunately. Maybe we'll just have to kill her very quickly, but we have to be very careful now. You see this man that... this handy dandy, he does not know how to fight the enemy. I, on the other hand, am a freedom fighter, and I'm a revolutionary, and I think we have to use strategy to beat the enemy. We have to think very carefully, and I think we have to tie... No, let's just kill her. Okay, let's kill her.
Wait.
No, we should we question her?
Okay, but we have to be quick.
No. I propose something else. Mika says, "You let me go, because I've been thinking of leaving the Wizards of Filth for a while now. I'm going to go solo, and you let me go, and I'll tell you their weaknesses. I'll give you a secret weakness for each of them. I'll betray them slightly, that much. And you let me get away. Please, it'll be better for everyone. After
Perhaps you would consider doing an EP with the Necrodancers.
Yes, once my first record is out there, to establish myself as an independent artist first. And then, yes, I think I'd love to work together with you guys. Seriously, all this has just been... you got to stand by your band, I know,
She's a liar!
Don't listen to her. She's involved with something else right now, I'm sure.
Well, you will have to apologize to Nova for killing all her boyfriends.
Yes, I suppose I will. I'll have to apologize to her. I will. I promise. I'm sorry! It echoes down to you. Sorry about... I was high. I'm sorry. It was an accident. Anyway, let me tell you. Okay, so if you're not going to tie her up, she stands up and backs up, puts her hands up. Now, Nizareth the Lucky. Now, he's our guitar player, as you know. Watch out for his ego whip. His weakness is gambling. I'll tell you that much. Plot rock with the great big bass, upright bassist. Never trust an upright bassist. His weakness is anger. If you can get him angry, you can throw him off balance. And lay whip the sexual well. Their weakness is sex. I'll tell you that. And Dave, the turquoise jewelry-making roadie, his weakness is lactose intolerance. For whatever good that does you. So, yes, let's totally work together. Or I'm just going to skip out. Got it?
Well, I think
Seriously!
Well, I think you probably feel strongly enough about this that we should let you do something about it. Do you have any way of, jumping up here real fast that you could think of? I can't, but...
I have a blink ring.
Oh, shit. Well, there you go.
Yes.
That's why we put these things on the tables to begin with, to create these kinds of opportunities. So suddenly, just as she's about to, get out the back door of the theater, up there on the balcony level, when she turns around after talking to these guys, blink! You blink into existence right in front of her in the doorway. And now what?
Apology not accepted.
But I said sorry.
And then I'm going to whack her with the pancake flail.
I said sorry! And she's already, like, down to, like, no health at all, so... And, oh, well, shit. She's dead. She did you the
Gracie,
black jack of spades. Yeah, jack of spades, and boom! Coup de Gracie her with a very sticky end. And she is hit with the pancake flail. And there you find yourselves in second theater. There was a third theater you guys hadn't looked at.
What a waste of a good
And then
spanking, too, you know?
Right.
Let there be more.
All right.
There's always more spankings to be had.
Well,
I'm sorry. Phil.
I don't understand why, Spanky, why you couldn't just be a normal, funny, silly puppet. You're always acting so serious. But you are the silly, funny puppet. Whatever.
now, her body is laying here, so you could take her flute. She has a flute, and she carries a melee weapon she hadn't used yet, a meat hammer, which is exactly what it sounds like. I mean, you can picture like a giant steak on the end of a stick, hit people with it. I guess you got to change it out every now and then so it doesn't get, and it's sticky in its own way, more greasy, really. She's got that discus thingy, and of course, any spells she knew have died with her. But if anyone would take a meat hammer or a Tron discus, you can. And so I'll leave you there. There was another theater that you hadn't checked.
Taking her flute.
Taking her flute. All right.
Yeah.
There you go. She is a flautist. She was the flautist. But they're going to have to do without the flute on their next record, I guess. They get a new flautist. Anyway, there's another theater you haven't checked, and then there were also stairways going down in that back hallway that you hadn't gone down. Those are the places you haven't explored yet. Although, although you've sort of explored directly down where it seems to be the flooded levels. Remember, this whole neighborhood was kind of flooded out. And so there you find yourselves. Where you guys want to go next? I don't know. What do you think, Captain Sinsayshun?
I think we should...
What do you think? You're the new lead singer.
I think we should go somewhere we haven't been yet. Take us to somewhere we haven't been. Oh, Filth Master, please.
I'll take you to another state of mind. A world called... No, anyway.
Isn't there a door we haven't been in? Isn't there a door we haven't been in?
Yo, sure. Yeah, there's actually two. Yeah, you can go back... if you go backstage again, this time you're a little careful. And you guys get back out into the hallway that leads to the third theater. Remember, there are three great big theaters. You found that Amplosaurus Rex in the first one and fought this skeletal orchestra and Mika in this one. But you guys move on down the hallway, and suddenly one of the ceiling panels above tips open as you're walking down the hallway. So you've triggered another trap, like they've set these traps up for you before. But this giant pile of filthy laundry just avalanches out of the ceiling panel at you. You can see now there's a tiny little fishing wire string. You barely would have noticed it in the dim light. In fact, you didn't notice it. But this whole mountain of unwashed band costumes, reeking from sweatiest hot light rock shows, that the Wizards of Filth have played. Sweat-soaked cloaks and, spandex leggings, and just descend upon you. And so, please make a flesh draw just to get out of the way. It's so bad it could pin you under it and maybe cause serious psychological harm if you can't get out from under it, because it's offensive and humiliating to be assaulted with this type of stuff. I see some good black cards out there. It looks like Legolas leaps out of the way. And
Legolas does.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's like all y'all except I'm not sure about Captain. Yeah, look at that. Everybody leaps out of the way. And of course, using playing cards makes this instantly identifiable way if you're playing in this format where you're looking at each other on camera, right? To tell, if someone succeeded or failed. But luckily, because you think it could have really, really, really been bad,
Yeah, I just dodged a giant cod piece.
Yeah, it's a giant copy clatters down next to you. Clang. And luckily, you're able to move on down the hall into. Well, you could look down the stairs. You haven't been downstairs yet, or you could look in the third theater.
Let's look in that third theater before we go downstairs.
It's because you're right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
This theater actually is immediately noteworthy compared to the others because it has, instead of an orchestra pit, there's like this huge pipe organ in here. You know, the kind that just should be in the front of like a Catholic church, right? Or an Episcopalian church with pipes that go all the way up the wall. And it's just monumental. It's covered with dust, though, but pipes are great. They just look like iron chimneys. And you don't see any of the Wizards of Filth in here. But you never know what else could be around you. Gosh, the urge to play something this big and beautiful, I'm sure, is very strong. But that's all you can see at the moment without further investigation in the room.
I mean,
You're coming in from like this stage direction again. Go ahead.
I was just wondering if Legolas would play something on me, because it seems like Legolas would be the one to play the pipe organ. I don't know why I'm saying that, but only because I believe in Meanie. So that's what Meanie would do.
He probably has the most.
Meanie's the one that like
technically
his whole life has picked up every instrument and just been able to play it. So.
Well, that is true in real life. Yeah, give Ryan an instrument; he'll figure it out in a while. We need a mandolin, Ryan. And 3 weeks later, you got a mandolin.
Well, I suppose Legolas can sit down at the organ and start. You know, I mean,
Chopsticks.
Your time is gonna come, Led Zeppelin.
I was thinking, Bach Staccato and Fugue,
Oh,
but
there you go.
in D minor. But you know,
Yeah, just
great.
skip right over Three Blind Mice and go to some classical.
Yeah.
He
Well,
can
because
do
I
it.
mean, as soon as you hit a groove with it, I'm gonna come in with the bass. Just because, why
Okay.
not? Why shouldn't we play? It might actually bring the Wizards to us.
well, I think that's perfect because you know I can start out like on the doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo, and then you could bring out the kick bass.
Right.
Down, 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 down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
And I can come in on the jar.
Or the flute. And then Handy Dandy and Spanky can do the percussion, like claps maybe or something, or they can just borrow the flute from Nova. We've got a band here, is what I'm trying to say.
you do, and you get it going.
It's true.
Spanky can try the flute. We'll try. We'll give it a try.
Okay. So, would you say that someone could play the flute, you know, just from picking it up and trying? I think we can all agree that even a talented musician, first attempt, might be a little rough.
I mean, well, so it's a woodwind, right? So it's like if you can play a saxophone and clarinet, it's kind of the fingerings are like the similar-ish.
All right. So, can you play a saxophone or a clarinet?
Me?
Yeah.
Or-
You're going to play the flute, right? Or Spanky? Whoever's going to play the flute.
I mean, Spanky obviously does not have a windpipe.
That's right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It could be a magical flute that plays itself.
It could be. It could be, but it's not. All right. Well, I was just curious, you know, to know if it sounded better.
Yeah.
You know, if it sounded
Well, is it possible that there might be an instrument around the room or something if we look?
You start looking.
Well,
I
go
think
ahead.
there's no reason Spanky couldn't just have the flute like in his mouth, hand in Handy Dandy's hand, and then Handy Dandy just
yeah, it's a tandem thing. Like I will blow and Spanky will hit the holes that he needs.
The Filth Master did say it's all in the fingering, didn't he? Or was that? I'm sorry, that wasn't the Filth Master. That was Legolas.
It was well, it is all in the fingering, but yeah, you guys start jamming, but you know,
Yes, it is all in the fingering, and what? Now, Spanky, don't talk about our little secret now. Okay, well, now I warned you not to talk, and you know what will happen if you say, okay, please, no, okay, I'll be quiet now.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure I want to know. Okay.
Yeah. Some mysteries are best left unsolved. Well, so the reason I'm asking is you guys start playing, and dust comes out of the air, gaps in the pipes, and screeches at first, but it begins to play the Bach, and then Captain Sinsayshun rolls in with the bass, and then that jaw harp starts in, creating a nice little rhythm, an unexpected counterpoint to the classical melody, and then someone who's never played before, who has no clue the woodwind fingering. I'm gonna say it's off key. Unfortunately, if anyone plays or sings off key, this happens. Suddenly, the keyboard lurches up to above head level as you realize legs have sprouted. Great big, thick legs underneath the organ itself. And from right below the keyboard becomes like its upper lip, right? And it has a huge set of teeth right beneath that and near you as it creaks up. It's huge. And it kind of rips itself out of the wall. And all those organ pipes are clanking together up above it. And they're starting to, play dissonant chords. It's getting nasty. And it looks like it's just getting started. But while it does all that, you guys have plenty of time to prepare yourselves to deal with it. And you guys can go first. And I think since you're closest and right next to this great big mouth, Legolas, we'll start with you. What would you do?
How close?
You're right there.
Whack it with the.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So whack it with the.
Yeah, you'd be hitting it in the.
Whack it.
Whack it with the bow.
Lacquer. That was going to be a black 6 and 4.
Okay.
So
it's gonna boom. It's gonna do a thing of damage to it. Now you think it must have more than 3, because it's a big monster. But every little bit's gonna help in this situation. And let's see. How about Nova? You haven't gotten to go yet. You've just been falling and splashing. Well, you did kill a bitch, but
It's true.
yeah.
I will flail at this thing with my pancakes.
All right. Smack it with that pancake flail. And all these attacks, I'm assuming, are to the front of it, where you guys are. Face / legs area. But look at that. Well, you did 2 damage to it. You guys done a total of 3. She has a black king. And how about our good friend Dan Dee, who brought all this on by playing that flute so poorly?
Well, the flute brought it on. I'm going to try to end it with the flute. I'm going to try to gag that mouth that's opened up with the flute, maybe.
Okay.
Shove it in and.
All right.
Yeah.
You rush in. I'm gonna give you an extra draw for that. Yeah,
Okay.
Go and draw an extra card. This is flesh attack. You gotta ram it down his throat.
Oh my
It does have
god.
a great big mouth. If you gotta, hope you don't have a joker though or something, because that'd be funny.
I wish.
Like a red
actually,
joker.
but I do have 3 red cards.
Oh, well, you try to, but you're just too afraid that those jaws are gonna clamp down on you. You know what I mean? You never can't quite get a good opening, so you're kind of dancing around with that flute right in front of his teeth. You're right next to your buddy Legolas now, and I guess that there's only one more left to join this melee, or to do something I've never considered, and that is Captain Sinsayshun. What do you do?
I already have the bass, right? The kink bass.
Yeah, you got the.
Or should I take this poetry book and toss it and read a haiku and then toss it like another in
You can certainly. I think you should read a haiku, and this book's big enough to hurt.
So this is.
And I've been hit
So this is what I'll do. I'll grab the book and I'll say, "They sat on a hill and watched the foxtail swaying. Cheeseburger machine." And he throws the fucking book as hard as he can.
Cheeseburger. Yeah, it's the classic cheeseburger machine haiku attack.
That was beautiful.
It does sound beautiful. Yeah. And let's go ahead. I'm going to give you another card for actually reciting an original poem, before the attack. And so you want 4 cards again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What are we looking?
And I was tell you, this thing's.
What are we looking for?
You're looking for black cards and hopefully black face cards like that one, the Jack of Spades. And so that does 2 more. Now this whole thing's starting to creak and get a little wiggly at this point. However, it is not completely down yet, and you've all gone and this coral grinder, as I like to call it, is to try to grind these teeth. And everyone who is in melee, which is pretty much all of you, make flesh draws to get out of the way, or you're going to get sucked into the maw and bitten. So draw your flesh, whatever your flesh is. That's 3 for you, Scott. And no, I'm sorry, your flesh is weak, actually, because you're malnourished, because you raised yourself. Forgot. So you just draw 1 card. And looks like Legolas is not going to get sucked in and ground up. I wasn't looking at everybody else's cards, but hey, look at that. Rev, it will not get sucked in either. It's like, oh, but poor Nova gets sucked into the mouth and
Jumped on my piano.
and it grinds you, and you take 2 points of damage. And then it spits you back out, and it will do a harmonic blast. It creates a chord so perfectly tuned with all of its pipes. And when it plays it, it just hits you like a cannon. And so, each of you draw a card, and I'll tell you what happens when I see your card. Because it's like, yeah, it's not just a success or a failure. Okay, and hold those up for a second. And, well, luckily, Legolas is just deafened for a moment. That's it. But the rest of you, Rev and Nova are thrown across the room. Boom! And you're well out. You're all the way across in the back of the theater now. But you, Handy Dan Dee, are knocked down right in front of it. And boom, by the blast. You're just completely knocked on your ass right in front of it. And right in front of its great big teeth if it should choose to bite again. So you guys will have to make sure it can't. And we're going to start you guys back up. And since you are closest and most threatened of the 2 who are close, I'm going to go ahead and let Handy Dan Dee go. What do you do?
Okay, I'm going to try to get that flute in there this time.
All right, he'll take it this time. Go ahead and give me that same flesh draw again.
Okay.
And if you fail, your good buddy Legolas is right nearby.
I'm just not a good shuffler, I guess, because I got 3 reds again.
Well, you're just unable to. Legolas, you're right there. Can you put this great coral grinder out of your misery?
Well, I'm going to try. And, that is going to be a Black Queen.
Oh, Black Queen. And is there a song called Black Queen? There should be. Well, you do. And that takes its last... It could take 6 hits. That takes its last one away. And it falls to the ground. You guys got to run out of the way. You don't have to roll, but anyone who's right up there. Because the pipes all come apart and they land in different, like timber, like however many pipes it has, clanking down. And it falls apart. You get the this wasn't something the Wizards of Filth left for you. This is part of the darker secrets of the Brighton Street Theater, all of which you may never solve. Luckily, it didn't get a chance to do its dissonance gnash or its sucking solo before you guys put it away. But there's no reward or anything else in this theater, apparently. And the only other place you haven't looked is down. And you've accounted for one of the Wizards of Filth at least. But you realize there must be at least 4 other ones. If you count the roadie as a member of the band.
So as I'm getting up and dusting myself off, I'm going to say, what do babies and Etch-a-Sketch have in common? If you don't like them, you can shake them until they go away.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Well,
that's just awful.
You can see the listening. You see the data dropping as we speak. You know,
I'm looking at the live numbers.
Yeah, looking at the live numbers.
Hey, I had
yeah.
to get at least one dead baby joke in tonight. My quirk is that I'm twisted, so what's more twisted than dead baby jokes?
Well,
Twisted dead babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who got spanked to death? You know, we've done a little death spanking tonight as well. The only thing you have not seen is, or that you haven't explored or looked at, was the stairs going down in the back hallway.
You better not take my dead baby joke out of there.
No, all the dead baby jokes stay.
Okay. Yay! That's all that matters.
I do think we ought to go down the stairs over there. I don't think there's anywhere else to go, is there? I bet the wizards are down there waiting for us. I don't think we should shut up, Lawrence.
Don't let him talk to you like that.
Well,
Okay, let's go down.
I guess we'll go down. We'll go down this very narrow stairway. It's there's only like a one at a time situation, and by now I'm sure you're paranoid about traps and going very carefully and keeping an eye out for them. But the stairs themselves don't seem to be trapped. But when you get down to this level, there's water on the floor. It's not up chest deep. It's like ankle deep or a little higher in places. And the old carpet that you're stepping on beneath it, presumably, it's kind of squishy. And it makes a sucking noise every time you lift your foot back up. But you're walking through an area of like submerged, semi-submerged dressing rooms, storage chambers, and kind of winding hallways, like in Spinal Tap when they can't find the stage. You know, it's very much like that area. And suddenly, though, up ahead you hear wind chimes. And you could all... Does anyone want to go forward and explore the wind chimes, or you guys all want to go together? It's the only... It's like such a winding path down here. It's the only point of reference, almost.
We will go together to investigate the wind chimes.
Well...
Yes, perhaps we should put a bit of cotton in
Perhaps.
our ears or something.
We should hold hands as we go, and somebody with a big, strong hand should hold my face, I guess it would be.
Well...
Who's got the biggest hands?
well
I'm just curious. I have a thing for...
It's got to be Captain Sensation playing that big old bass.
Yeah, it's true. That's
Yeah.
true. All of
Now,
It looks
all of
like-
my individual parts of my fingers have muscles, are swollen with muscle.
Yes, nice and swollen,
Not-
and the look of the knuckle size
Yep,
on him.
thick as a milkshake. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I like it thick. And this guy is handy dandy. He's too small for me.
Whoa.
I like a guy with some knuckles.
Do you want to hold his hand?
We've heard enough out of you.
Well, it'll have to be without those big knuckles, in Spanky's mouth, I guess.
Well,
if he's holding,
He
Oh, he
can,
wants
yeah.
him
It
he wants him inside him. He wants him to wear him.
either way. I'm not, outside or inside. He'll take
Okay.
it.
All right. Well, you realize when you are forward, the wind chimes are nothing more mysterious than actual wind chimes someone has set up in the pathway. But they're hanging there's dozens of them, and they're hanging you see they've been stapled up, and they're hanging with string. But they're actually made of turquoise. There's dozens and dozens of beautiful hollow turquoise wind chimes.
Dave.
But they go all the way down to shin level as well. So there's a whole forest of them. There's no way to go forward without possibly disrupting or jingling one of the wind chimes. And so You could rush through them and let them ring, or you try to crawl or move through them the way they do on those laser grids, in a high-tech security type hallway. Does not touch the, you might think of something I haven't thought of.
Or we could try to hit the wind chime from afar, do a sort of trip the. If it's a trap, it'll trip it, but we'll be in a safe spot, maybe possibly.
That's a good idea. That's a great
Little Raiders of the Lost Art trick.
But isn't Nova an acrobat or a contortionist?
Contortionist,
Nice.
yes. I shouldn't have any problems getting by
Right.
those.
Okay, well, do you want to try it first and then see?
Sure.
But you probably, if no one is confident, I think throwing something at it or trying to set it off would be a great idea. But sure,
Yeah.
maybe you could set it off if you fail.
Because
So
I
let's
don't
go
think
ahead
we can do it, but I mean, she can definitely. Well, she can try to get through, and then we'll see about how we're going to get through. We can try
and- All right.
the other way.
Okay. All right. So you
Done.
you get through. It's not pretty.
Done and done.
There's a couple tense moments, but you don't ring a single wind chime. And you made it through. One thing, while you're laying on your back, though, you do see it's stapled onto some beams up ahead. All the wind chimes are stapled into beams, but above the beams, there's there's a whole bunch of trash bags that are stuffed up there, really full of something. And I'll throw that much out. Meanwhile, you guys still have to get through. You could try to go through like she did, or you can set it off.
There's a bunch of trash bags up there.
Oh,
God only knows what they're full of. Probably body parts from Mika's murder victims.
I don't want to get covered in whatever's in those trash bags. But if we set it off, yeah, I think Captain Sinsayshun had a brilliant idea. If we set the wind off somehow, and we're away from it, then it'll trigger the trap, and we won't be caught in it.
Well, how do you guys want to try to do that?
We just need to make some air.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, how are we going to make it? Let's make some air. You guys want to go blow on it?
Who has the flute? Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Yeah.
Spanky could fly with a nice flick of the wrist. Spanky could fly through the air and possibly
Yeah, it could be
the sacrifice.
hero.
Oh, that is a big ask for me, but I am willing.
I love
anything to. I want to destroy tyranny, and that is what I am all about. And I will sacrifice myself. But first, I wanted to have a heart-to-heart with that bow before I go. Could this be my last thing I ever do, possibly? I wanted to tell that. What is the bow's name?
Oh, Lawrence. I'm Lawrence.
Yes, well,
I'm Legolas's cousin, or I was.
you don't have to be controlled the way that you are. You can make yourself the master. That is what I am trying to teach you. And you just every once in a while you might have to finger or eat your master's asshole. But okay, that's enough. No. But then you will be the master, because then he will rely on you. That's enough. Okay.
And this just made me realize, do you have a bow? Is that what you said?
It's a bow. It's a bow in both senses of the word. He uses it to bow his string instruments, and he also uses it as a bow to
Shoot arrows.
Shoot arrows.
So we
So I
could
thought
just
that was-
as easily shoot arrows, but I think anyone listening to this would rather see the puppet fucking fly. So
Yeah.
I agree, and I think that to give him his sort of last wish, you should do it.
No, or use the bow. Shoot the puppet with the bow, possibly.
Oh yeah. That would be a good. That would be a good projectile. That would fling him the farthest, probably.
I think a little bit more force, sure. Well, I guess he could strap himself onto, wrap himself around the end of an arrow, I guess, and you can let fly. If that's what you want to do. Then, does he have any words as he flies through the air? Does he say anything? Twang.
Say, actually, I actually liked to eat your asshole, and if there was a consent detector, it would have gone off like crazy. I was pretended like I didn't like it, but I did.
And boom, you hit the first wind chime. And they all just clang into each other. And then from above, boom, all those trash bags explode. And a torrent of turquoise glitter rains down and covers everyone in the area. Luckily, not you guys, because you guys are
Worse than body parts.
I'm dying from turquoise.
Well, if you breathed, you would breathe it in. It would do literal damage to your lungs if you were up there and you breathed it in. But you guys aren't, and luckily, Spanky doesn't breathe really. But you would
does
also
not have a windpipe. We've already established that. So
you also end up covered with turquoise glitter that never comes out, like for the rest of your life. So you guys have escaped. But Spanky, for the rest of your career, you will live through this. But you'll be covered with turquoise glitter.
I don't want to live.
It will never come out.
I'm done for. I'm too glittery now. People will never take me seriously. They will never look at me and say, that man is not just a sock puppet, but a great hero. But now they see all the glitter, they think I'm just a silly little puppet.
Well, you've taken one for the team, that's for sure. But suddenly you realize you better move on, because from up ahead you hear the muffled sounds of live, heavy rock music. And you fear that it is possible that the Wizards of Filth have already begun to play the Song of Sorrows. I assume that you rush through, rush towards you. You rush around the piles of filth in the storage area and all this sogginess, and come to these great big double doors. It's just full on X-style giant chains across it, and a giant padlock, and a thing of dynamite hooked up to the padlock. And from the other side of it, you can hear the sound. You realize from the it just must be the Wizards of Filth's arrangement of the Song of Sorrows that will bring in the Age of Emo, or in this case, the Filthocalypse. You've got to get through that door somehow. And there's no trick. I didn't write anything to it. I have no idea how you'll get through that door. There's dynamite there, but it seems like if they put that there, they're confident enough that wouldn't do the trick. It's meant to blow you up when you try to pick the lock. So I rely completely on your ingenuity at this point. Thrill me.
I think we're going to have to disarm the dynamite first. Does anyone know anything about doing that? Probably not. We're just musicians and entertainers. I don't know how we're going to do it. With magic. Someone's got magic. The blink ring, would that work?
I don't know. Filth Master, will that work?
I don't know. I don't see how you'd use it to disarm dynamite, but I could see blinking to the other side of the door.
Yeah.
Right.
That could.
For sure.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do it?
I think we gotta again hold hands.
You want to try to blink everybody? Okay. No, that's good.
We'll try it.
That's good, but this is a perfect chance, though, to have a penalty or a -1 card to the draw, to your zing. Because you're trying to bring through a whole... So you guys hold hands and touch each other.
I do have an incantation, too, if this doesn't work.
And can I...
hold my hand? Yes.
I forgot what I was going to... You're gonna get some turquoise on it. Can I give Nova my bottle of poof potion to help her, give her a higher zing?
Well, that will counteract. It will counteract the -1. So it's
Okay.
great. Yeah, and it'll last for
Yeah.
this whole next scene. So not just this one time. It's a princely gift. So you chug the poof potion.
Okay. And we link up hands and blinky blink.
Oh, she's.
We would not have made it without that bone. If I had just drawn one card, this is what was on top. So
That's perfect because you may not just be in time to stop this. I was perfectly prepared to have the Filthocalypse actually occur. I mean, what could have been better, right? And it still might, but we'll see. You guys suddenly, you're on the other side of the doorway. And he says, an old rehearsal hall in here. You know, it's kind of a blank room, but they're set up in the middle, kind of like the Beatles in the Get Back footage, right? And it's just, that's it. They're like circle of chairs and their amps and stuff. And but it's not the whole band. It's just a few of them down here. Dave is replacing a string on a guitar, but they've already started playing. And they look over you. They're shocked, and they lurch in the music a bit. But then Nizarat the Lucky, he gestures them to keep playing the song no matter what. And you see on their music stands in front of them are these silver plates on which has been inscribed the Song of Sorrows. They're all kind of looking at them, and I feel like if they stop playing, they don't want to stop. They want to try to keep going. They somehow think they're going to get through this while you guys are in the room. I don't know, but they nod at Dave, and then Dave pulls out his vile morning star, great big spiky mace. What is so vile about it? I'll let your imaginations decide. And rushes
dripping
over
with dead babies.
he rushes over to you, but then he pulls a fast one. Remember, these guys are a little bit better than you. Pulls a fast one. You think he's going to rush in and hit you with the morning star, but he stops just at the edge of range and takes out a box and throws it into the midst of you. It's a pepper box, explodes, and pepper rose up. Make a flesh draw, or it's going to get in your eyes and nose and incapacitate you for a turn. So you're just looking for one black card. That's all you need for your flesh.
How many do I draw?
You draw only one.
Oh.
But Legolas, though, is suddenly sneezing and rubbing his eyes. And Captain Sinsayshun is also discombobulated. I mean, you guys don't get to act on this turn. You'll get to go next turn, but you're completely out of it just for now. There's nothing you can do at the moment as you gag and cough from the pepper.
I got 2 black cards, just so you know.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the rest of you can... what do you do? Let's start with you. Now, Dave's the immediate threat right in front of you, but then Lay Whip the Sexual and Plot Rock the Rampager and Nazareth the Lucky are all playing the Song of Sorrows. And they're going to play it for a certain number of turns, which I'm not going to tell you how many. And then the apocalypse comes. In fact, I don't even know how many until I roll this dice from the start of the fight, which is right now. In a D6 number of rounds, the Filthocalypse occurs. Starting now. And what do you do, Handy Dan Dee?
And Dave is doing what? He's attacking us with what?
Well, he ran in. He was holding his Vile Morningstar, but then he threw his pepper box at you. But the pepper box has shot its wad, so you could rush up to him and hit him, or you could still make a ranged attack on him, whatever you want.
And did we learn Dave's weakness?
Dave's weakness is lactose intolerance. So, without being able to run to the corner store, I don't know what you could do about it.
Yeah. Get this kid a milkshake.
You eat some cottage
Forthwith.
cheese, motherfucker.
Yeah, I wish I had something other than cabbage.
Would you be willing to twerk? You could use that milkshake.
Nice, yeah. I don't think the metaphor will be enough.
Metaphor is enough to trigger his... The metaphor triggers the brain chemistry, which triggers the... I'd say if you drew like a face card zing, that is at least possible, but, it might be more reliable to just fucking hit him in the head or something.
Oh, man.
Well,
you must do what feels right, of course, you hear Ben Kenobi say in your head.
I will just try to stop him from using that Morning Star.
Yeah.
Or it'll at least hurt him. And so that'll be... Yeah, I will shoot my catapult of
All right,
cabbage.
Here comes that cabbage catapult. This is close range, too. It's short range, so it's going to hit with a whack. Let's see what we got.
Okay. I got a black 2.
Hey, well, that's one. Bam! He staggered back a few steps. And what do you do, Nova?
I would like to use my torched eyeball spell and make the entire band miss a turn.
Oh, my goodness.
Interrupting the cycle is my plan.
Okay, well, no. This is usually, again, aimed at sort of a one-person situation, but you want to do it for a blast-type effect.
I'm almost sure the spell says all enemies.
Oh, that's great. Let me go.
I'm
look at
almost sure.
I should know.
Bet to be fair, I don't have the rule book in front of me.
Well, I do, so I have no excuse.
Okay.
And, yeah, which spell was it again?
You looky up. Lighty spell.
Okay. Yeah, and, lighty spell flash is making foes, plural. Let's go with it. Good. I wanted you to be able to do it. I was only going to take away one card anyway. But foes, plural, applies to all of them and none of you, so it's worded great. And bam! You let the light flash off. That's going to stop them. Okay, I'm adding a pip to the number of rounds on my dice that you've delayed the Filthocalypse by 1 turn. All right. That's good. Okay, so you guys, unfortunately, Captain Sinsayshun and Legolas are busy retching from the stuff, and Dave is going to go again. The Wizards of Filth, on their turn, they start playing again, trying to make up the turn they just lost. And Dave, who's still in the way, steps forward, and so I'm going to take that puppet off and beat you with it, he says, as he raises Morning Star. Nevertheless, he actually tries to attack you with his Morning Star. We're going to let him draw some cards, and looks like he is going to do 1 damage to you. It cracks into you, but it's not a face card, so that's good. And now, you guys who haven't gotten to go yet, you've finally gotten the pepper out of your face. It's now that your team's turn. Yeah, go ahead.
Did you say I got 1 point of damage or something?
Yeah, he did 1 damage to you, but luckily it wasn't worse. And Captain Sinsayshun, you've shaken the pepper shock off, and you see the situation here. Those guys are playing the song. You don't know how long you've got. You have this other bastard, Dave, right in front of you. What do you think is the best thing to do?
Well, I know what my heart is saying, and I need the Filth Master to sort of weigh in on this, but I have something called the Incantation of Oon, if I could read from my poetry book. And then we'll see, and then we'll discuss. Maybe, okay. You ready for this?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is the last one. This is the big one.
I'm the filth master. I'm the filth master. Could think on his feet. Throw at me. So yeah.
Only a stone cold killer can play the bassoon. Do an astronaut's balls still sweat on the moon? And do you think the carpets match the vibe of this room? Ride me until I'm spent and we spoon. Then softly you whisper that I'm a buffoon. Got me coming and going. I'll see you real soon. Just in time to hear the lonely moon croon. What happens, Filth Master?
I think you're going to draw your zing with an extra card, and if successful, they're going to...
How many cards do I draw?
The band is... You draw 4
Woo-wee.
because of the extra, and...
Oh, my Lord!
Our success...
Oh!
You got,
black.
All black. Well, all black. Well, then you've also added another turn. They were distracted enough. They waver in their music again. And it's a good thing, too, that you guys are doing this. I actually had rolled a very... The The Filthocalypse would have gone off right now on their next turn, except for the delaying. So basically, you got like 2 turns
All right.
here. So I don't know what the hell you're going to do. So here we go. But you've bought some vital time. And you know what? But not everybody is gone yet, because Legolas, free from his pepper shock, does what?
Well, what's Nizarath doing?
He's shredding on the guitar. And it's like really obnoxiously. Now he's doing some double taps, you know. And his both hands are up on the neck. They've entered into a very Flight of the Bumblebee style portion of the music at this point. And with a mathy undertone, you know, with the rhythm section. And that's what he's doing. But he's also like glancing over at you guys nervously every now and then, too.
I'm going to shoot an arrow at him with my bow to attempt to distract him and cause him to, and also do damage to him, but also to cause him to fuck up his shredding.
It's great, and you know, pretty hard to play a song when you're dead, so that's also, you know, killing them is also a viable option. But whether you can do it in time is another story. But yeah, let that arrow fly. Use your thought cards for a ranged attack. And if you got a black face card, that's great. Or a black joker.
I do not have a black ace card.
Well,
and then
okay.
2 reds.
Shoom! But you hit him, and you do a point of damage to him. Now, he and Dave are both injured now. And what do you do, Nova?
I have a bag of marbles, so this will be more of an interruption than a actual damage thing that I will release across the floor, hoping that at least one of them, if not more, will step on the marbles and roll and fall on their asses.
Well, that will certainly do the trick. I think what we're going to do is we're going to let them draw some cards real quick. And Nizarath falls on his ass. He's got 3 red cards. Boom! Not only is he hurt from the arrow, he's falling on his ass. Oh, shit. Okay, well, Dave falls on his ass, but Laywhip the Sexual draws a black joker, which is like the best possible instantly win the situation sort of thing. Now, luckily, I think that should be more. Not only does she avoid the marbles, right, but she plays so well on her part that it doesn't add a round, right? But it doesn't. No round is taken away from the Filthocalypse. The black joker is the best thing you can get. It's got to mean something. But those others are on their asses. They're just down on their back, still playing like Marty McFly, right? You know, and or Nigel Tufnell when the roadie had to come out and lift him back up. But there's no roadie to lift these guys up. And and finally, in your turn, we have Handy Dan Dee. What can you do?
So I'm looking at these weaknesses. You got anger is one of them, and
Yeah.
well,
I mean, I don't know how useful they really are at this point, but if you can think of something, sure.
What are they? Are they? It's one's anger, one's lactose intolerance.
Yeah, Nizarath's is gambling, and Plot Rocks is anger, Laywhip's is sex, Dave's is lactose intolerance.
well,
Mika's was unknown.
we don't have milk, but we've got sex. No, Laywhip the Sexual. He's got a weakness for sex, so once again, I will have to sacrifice myself and just throw me at Laywhip, please, and I will do the rest. And it will be sexual, I promise.
Okay, let's see it.
He won't be able to play and have sex with me at the same time. I assure you of that.
Well, you want okay? So Handy Dandy, I assume, hurls Spanky at
Yeah.
at Laywhip, and how does Spanky?
Oh, Jack, Black
Okay.
Jack.
All right. Well, I want to know how it's
That should count for gambling weakness. No, I'm
I think Spanky should be the Spanky should be the one that asks for consent. Like whisper in Leywith's ear. Like, would you like to make love to a puppet and his master?
I would love to know in what way was sexual. Spanky promised this would be sexual. He assured us. So, other than throwing a sock at a lady, or
fair enough.
Actually, Leywith's non-binary. I'm not sure what Leywith is, but yeah. Other than throwing a sock, how is it sexual?
Well, it's like a heat-seeking missile, except for it's like ass-seeking. So it's going to go.
Okay.
He's going to fly right to the ass.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and I guess.
And since
a normal person might not be aroused by getting hit in the ass by a sock, but someone whose weakness is sex, could, conceivably happen. Yeah, I think she's gonna have to draw her thought cards, to stay focused on the music. She has a red 5. Oh shit. Well, this time I have a red joker somehow. You remember how this brand new deck of cards is shuffled? I had a black joker, 2 cards ago, and now I have the red joker. Now the worst possible thing happens. And I don't even want to narrate what the worst thing you think somebody could do with a sock that got thrown at them. But let me tell you this. They stop singing and begin, the voice does, the vocals still go, but it's no longer singing. It's still somewhat operatic.
Yeah,
it's like orgasmic. Like, you picture Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden, having it, whoa! If you could somehow opera-ize an orgasm, because the red joker has to mean just as badly as a black joker means good. There's no way they can finish the music now. I mean, writhing on the floor. By the time you guys have something else you can do. It's their turn now. I think all of you have gone, but Nezareth and Plot Rock realize, they look at each other and they realize the jig is up, and
they've been beat by the better band. That's what they
Filthocalypse
realize.
is not nigh.
Well, Plot Rock throws down his bass. It echoes. Nezareth smashes his guitar in anger. He's like, I got 117 more expensive than that one. And but you,
I bet you don't.
Look, I do. I bet you. Oh no, I bet you right now. No, that's it. No, we'll come out to my caravan. I'll show you right now. No, seriously. No. Look, we know when we're beaten. Says Plot Rock. We know when we're beaten, temporarily beaten. You've won the battle, but you haven't won the war. We're always going to be the better band. Never forget it. I don't care what the record contracts. I don't know about your fancy new lead singer. Ooh, what kind of dumb instrument is that? That bass? What's all those things coming off? What are they supposed to do?
Give me one more turn.
Show them now.
I did. Oh yeah, one more turn.
I can't. Yeah.
One more turn.
Here it comes.
I whip out that king bass, and I just start the funkiest. I got a wah. I even have a bass wah pedal. That's like. I'm fucking laying, laying down the fucking hard and tubes.
Yeah.
Okay, so tubes come out of it, right? So with lay whip, the tube starts to romance, and then with Dave's, it pumps a milkshake right into his mouth.
There you go.
And right, and then. The anger one, it wraps around his neck, and as the more angry he gets, the tighter the tentacle gets. And then the gambling one, the tentacle turns into a never-ending slot machine. So,
oh no!
So that, and I just keep hammering on, and I'm hoping they explode. I don't know why I want them to fucking explode. I mean, come on, audience. Don't you want them to explode? I wish we could have them vote, at this point.
Well, what we could do is you can draw your zing cards.
How many?
And draw 3 of them if you get to.
One.
Three cards.
One.
I'm looking for.
No. 2.
No. One. Well, Hey, well, that's a success, but is it enough to make them explode? Let's see what the third one is. Okay, well, they're not going to explode, but they are out of it and at your mercy. You guys could go up and slit their throats if you wanted to, but they're all being pleasured by the kink base to the point where they are unable to even continue to speak. And I'll be at your mercy for as long as it's feasibly possible.
Well, in that case, I want to whip out the Omni gadget and turn it into like a Victorian movie camera, like take a fucking early days porn of the Wizards of Filth getting Wizards of Filth by the kink base.
This is gonna go viral on the Crystal Ball Network, man. They're never gonna. They'll never outlive this. People are gonna want to come see this base. People are gonna want to come see this band. You guys think you got your new lead singer for sure, and the Wizards of Filth, for now anyway, have been humiliated, and the Necrodancers are triumphant. That's going to end our series of Wizards of Filth. I never would have had the idea for this game. It's Scott not suggested this idea, and of course we massaged it a little bit,
Oh yes, can you see the?
And I,
it sort of made a rudimentary drawing of the kink base.
We're looking at a picture. It's got to go on our Discord.
You should totally post it on Discord. Yeah.
I want to see the kink base.
It's very rudimentary, but
Goonie's going to tell you how to get to our Discord after the credits. In the meantime, though, all the music you've heard in this series has been by Pure Filth, which is Scott, and then Scuba Finger as well contributed to that. And thank you, Scott, for all the music. It really helped. And you can get all that at BrightonStreetGhosts.bandcamp.com.
That's it.
You can find Pure Filth. That and so much more.
Oh, like in tons of 6dB, which is really...
Yeah, 6dB is me and Scott, and I've used a lot of that on our show as well in the past. And so if you want to check that out, go ahead. You can go to nerdglowzon.com to get a copy of this game, Wizards of Filth, if you think you're filthy enough to play this game.
You're not filthy enough.
And if you do...
You're not, but you gotta try.
We don't think you
gotta try to be filthy.
Yeah, we'll only admit that you're filthy if you make up a band, using these rules. And again, go to our Discord and post about it. And Scott, thanks a lot for coming all the way from the West Coast to join us for this adventure. It will not be another few years before we have you on again, I'm sure. We want to have you on sooner than that, because I'm sure our listeners would love that too. Don't you listeners love Rev? Aren't you hyped?
Seriously. No, I think. Thank you guys.
Hyped.
I really, really had a lot of fun. I really did. It's fucking awesome, and I love your show.
Thank you.
This has been great, and I hope that we didn't destroy it. We got pretty raunchy, didn't we?
We
destroyed it. We destroyed it, all right, but in the best way.
Goonies World likes it rough.
And on that, there we go.
Hey everyone, if you like this podcast, consider leaving us a good rating and/or review, and subscribe to us wherever you can. We've got a YouTube channel and a Discord server, as well as merchandise available at TeePublic. Find our website at GooniesWorldPodcast.com. Email us at GooniesWorldPodcast@gmail.com. You can find all those links and more at linktree/GooniesWorld. Thanks for listening.